Canelo's been extremely durable over the years. One of his many assets is he seems to have one of the best chins in the game.
Wow.
I know you said you don't need to knock him out, you just need to beat him. But do you feel like you can hurt or even stop him?
Well, anybody can get hurt. Anybody can get, knocked out. I don't put it past nobody, but I'm not going in there and looking.
What number makes sense for you? What's fair?
I got $10 million for that fight.
That's a lie.
How you know that's a lie?
To fight Canelo?
Yeah.
That's a lie.
I'm doing it for the opportunity, baby.
Yeah, that's good.
The legacy.
That's
good.
That's good. Yeah. You believe that?
All right. I like Crawford. All right. My brother fought Canelo, not me. I like Crawford in this fight, and he gets to stay big. But my brother even told me that was his mistake that he made. He thought going up in weight, I got to get massive, I got to get big to beat Canelo. It made him slower. It made his reflexes slower. He'll tell you himself. He didn't feel like the Jamel Charlo that y'all seen him fight Tony Harrison. Crawford, I feel like that's the same thing as that.
Terence Crawford isn't just moving up a weight class to face Canelo Alvarez. He's making a bold statement. This fight looks more like a personal goal than a business deal. Crawford recently revealed he's getting just $10 million for the bout, which is much lower than what a top-level fighter like him would usually earn. But clearly, it's not about the money for him. It's about building a legacy, doing something very few have ever done, and becoming the undisputed champion in 3 different weight classes, including one he's never fought in before. He also mentioned that after this fight, he plans to drop back to 150 pounds and go for undisputed again to prove he's truly the best fighter of his generation after knocking Canelo out.
I'm doing it for the opportunity, baby.
Yeah, that's
The legacy.
Now, 10 million for us is like, let's go. But for him in the stage in his career, I don't think 10 million does it. Chris Eubank just got north of 20 at him. So we could say he's not at the level of Bud. And Canelo's the face of boxing. So what y'all think? Y'all think he's telling the truth or he's really just going for legacy?
I got $10 million for that fight. But I'm doing it for the opportunity and to make history. Achievements matter more to me than money. Soon, the world will know who the 3-time undisputed champion really is. I might even go for it again at 154. In a recent interview with AK and Barack, Crawford said that mindset is rare in today's boxing world, especially for someone who's 37, already been the undisputed champ at lightweight and welterweight, and has nothing left to prove. But for Crawford, it's not about the paycheck. It's about chasing a level of greatness that only comes around once in a generation.
For that fight. How you know that's a lie?
To fight Canelo?
Yeah. I'm doing it for the opportunity, baby. The legacy.
That's good.
The legacy outweighed the money. 3-time undisputed. Ooh, coming soon. I might go back down to 54.
To fight who?
And do it. I might go back down and do it again.
As you heard, the pound-for-pound king, Terence Bud Crawford.
What makes this even more impressive is that Crawford isn't easing into the 168-pound division with a warm-up fight. His very first bout at this weight is against Canelo Alvarez, a fighter who's made a name for himself in this exact division for nearly 10 years. Canelo has been at home in the super middleweight class since 2018 and has remained in control, most recently defending his titles against William Skull to reinforce his top spot.
So what can you take from sparring both of them to gauge what's gonna happen in September?
Preparation is gonna definitely be everything. Crawford adjusting to the 168 pound division. I know he's been sitting at a heavier weight for a while, but he's been showing his training and stuff. So that's definitely gonna help him. Canelo experience. He got Crawford got great experience as well. It's gonna be a great fight. Gonna be a good chess match. I expect a great fight. If I had to favor somebody, I would just pick Canelo.
But this fight isn't just big because of Crawford's goals. It's also about how confident both men are. They seem so sure of winning that they're already thinking ahead. Canelo told Ring Magazine he's still focused on a rematch with Dimitri Bivol. That's the fight he really wants, the one that keeps him up at night. I hope I get that rematch with Bivol, he said. That's the one fight at 175 I truly want, but we'll see. I want to tell myself I learned from that fight. I keep hearing that voice in my head saying, you need to prove you're the stronger fighter.
Fighting here with my people and bring this kind of fight for them. They deserve it, and it's more than I expect. Yeah, that's my goal this year. But if that fight don't happen, we'll see. But that's my goal this year.
When asked recently if he sees Crawford as a real threat, Canelo didn't seem too concerned. He views Crawford more as a step on the path rather than a serious challenge, exactly the kind of mindset Crawford may be hoping for. Interestingly, both fighters seem to believe they have nothing left to prove, which sets the stage for an explosive showdown. The fight is scheduled for September 13th and is already creating major buzz, even though the venue hasn't been confirmed yet.
If Crawford's listening to this or Canelo's listening, what do you tell them about their fight?
Whoever wants to win will win. You know what I mean? I'm not being funny. Whoever wants to win will win.
The will overcomes everything. That's how you do it. I appreciate you, Gracie.
Boxing insiders haven't held back their thoughts, and opinions are split on how this fight will go. Former world champion Tony Bellew made a strong prediction, saying Canelo likes to fight at his own pace, but that won't work with Terence Crawford. Crawford's going to outwork him, land sharp shots, and I think he'll win on points, Bellew said. I understand why Canelo is the favorite, but every great run comes to an end. And if I'm wrong and Canelo becomes the first man to beat Crawford, then credit to him.
I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out. From Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not. Kovalev.
Kovalev was older. He does. Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you name is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level.
Crawford has never been defeated. No one has figured him out. Not at 135, not at 140, and not at 147. Now, for the first time, he's jumping past an entire weight class to try and stay unbeaten. On the other hand, Canelo has only lost twice, once to Floyd Mayweather early in his career, and once to Bivol in 2022. Aside from those, he's been dominant, especially at 168, where he clearly has the edge in size and experience.
Do we see the same result in your honest opinion, Oscar, or do you think 100% Canelo can beat a Bivol?
Yeah, there's no way he beats people. There's just no way. I mean, styles make fights, and as much as I would want to see a Mexican win inside that ring, a national hero, there's no way he beats people.
Caleb Plant, who has fought Canelo before, shared a more balanced view. I'll give Crawford a chance. I don't know who wins, and honestly, weight classes exist for a reason, he said. But at the same time, Terence is special. His skills, his mindset, his strength, all of it. Plant didn't choose a winner, but he highlighted the one thing almost everyone agrees on about Crawford: he's built differently. He's completely locked in.
Not a regular guy. You know what I'm saying? He's special. And, Canelo, he's a top-notch fighter, world-class fighter. Still on the pound-for-pound list, I'm sure towards somewhere near the top. And it's exciting. Terence is freakishly strong. He can punch. He's got good crack. He can fight from both ways. Orthodox, southpaw. He can fight at mid-range, close range, outside. And he can fight going both ways. So it's exciting.
According to Plant, the Crawford versus Canelo fight won't just be important, it'll be exciting. He said high-level boxing can get dull when both fighters play it too safe, but that won't be the case here. Crawford isn't the type to run for 12 rounds, and neither is Canelo. That's why he believes this will be a fight fans will truly enjoy.
Chances got better, at least the way how you were seeing things heading into the last fight with him and Skull?
I think it's a stylistic matchup, and Williams Cole don't fight nothing like Terence Crawford. So we're not going to see the same type of fight come September. I think we're going to see a great fight, real good fight.
You and Terence have always had like a good relationship, but if he makes
Crawford's last fight against Israel showed some signs of decline in his performance. Meanwhile, Fendora, who's been competing at 168 for 4 to 5 years, believes he's more settled and experienced at that weight. Crawford, on the other hand, has only fought once in the past year and will be 38 years old when he steps into the ring this September.
Crawford beats Canelo, and
I don't think so.
Why is that? Why?
This guy's more comfortable at 168. He's been fighting 168 for 4 or 5 years now. Crawford's a great fighter, but we'll see. Boxing, anything can happen.
Did it look like Canelo was slowing down against Skull?
No, I think it's just something he's uncomfortable with.
Two of boxing's biggest stars are on a collision course. May 31st, they'll show up.
Fundora even questioned Crawford's drive, saying he's wealthy now, and like many rich fighters, he might not have the same hunger to push himself as those who haven't made millions. He also pointed out that Crawford skipped the usual tune-up fight at 168, which could leave him unready for the challenges of that weight class. You could call it laziness, Fundora added. He also criticized Crawford's style, warning fans not to expect a toe-to-toe battle, but rather a cautious, defensive approach, similar to the hit-and-don't-get-hit style used by Shakur Stevenson.
I think he's gonna cook him. I think, Canelo a hell of a fighter, but I think Bud just got all the tools.
You don't think the weight difference is gonna be too big of an advantage?
I think y'all make that something, in certain fights,
Boxing makes it something, not us.
like if this was like a Benavidez, he's actually a lot bigger than Bud, so that would apply. But I feel like with Canelo, he's physically kind of big, but height wise, he's kind of small. So I don't think so. No.
Some fans believe Crawford is only chasing a payday and won't really engage in a true fight with Canelo. They expect him to stay on the move, avoid damage, and aim for a decision win. Crawford's a great boxer, but we'll see, one said. I'm picking Canelo. He's more comfortable at 168, and this won't be new territory for him. Crawford is talented and might make 168 easily, but 147 and 168 are completely different worlds. David Benavidez also weighed in on the much-anticipated matchup. He praised Crawford's boxing IQ and called him a great fighter with real power. But he believes the real challenge is the weight difference. Crawford is stepping into a Division II classes above what he's used to. Benavidez noted that even at 154, Crawford had started to feel the impact of fighting bigger opponents. Against someone like Canelo, who's proven himself at super middleweight, the difference will be even more serious. I think this fight means more to Crawford than anyone else, Benavidez said. But if anyone can beat Canelo, it's him. When asked how much of a chance he gives Crawford, Benavidez answered, about a 7 out of 10. That surprised many who expected a lower number. Crawford is the GOAT, he added. And I think he's known for a long time that this fight was coming. He's been lifting and working on his strength outside of the ring. Promoter Eddie Hearn also shared his thoughts, taking a more critical approach. In an interview with YSM Sports Media, Hearn questioned the strength of Crawford's resume. He even joked with Crawford, asking him to name his biggest win. When Crawford mentioned Ricky Burns, Hearn didn't hold back. While Burns is a respected 3-division champion, Hearn pointed out he's not typically ranked among the sport's all-time greats.
Crawford is going to do a lot of defense. Now, if he pulls off that win, dude, that's going to be one of the most biggest, upsets of all time for this dude to go up that many weight classes. And now, I do think that, he's going to get his little shots in as far as, finessing and all that, because his hands are definitely weak.
Hearn pointed out that Crawford never really had access to the big-name opponents during his rise. Not because of anything he did wrong, but simply due to timing and circumstance. As a result, he couldn't build the kind of legendary resume that older greats had. Hearn believes Crawford has the talent to beat many of those all-time greats, but he just never got the chance to prove it. Even when it came to Errol Spence, Hearn admitted that Spence may not have been at his peak when Crawford beat him. That's why this fight is so meaningful for Crawford. It's a rare shot to cement his place in boxing history. After watching Canelo's recent fight against Skull, Hearn noted that Crawford looks fresher right now. While Hearn almost never bets against Canelo, he admitted this matchup is different. If there's ever been a time when Crawford could pull off a win against someone like Canelo, he said, it's now. That kind of uncertainty coming from Hearn, especially about Canelo, shows how unique this fight really is. Others are more skeptical, saying that jumping up 2 weight classes is too much. They argue that once Canelo lands a clean punch, it'll be a different fight. There's concern about Crawford taking damage over 12 rounds. Canelo is known for starting fast and trying to break opponents down as the fight goes on. Adding another voice to the conversation is Jermall Charlo. His brother Jermall fought Canelo in 2023 and lost. Jermall openly admitted that the mistake Jermall made was trying to bulk up too much to match Canelo's size, which cost him his speed and movement. He hopes Crawford won't make that same error. According to Jermall, Crawford's advantage lies in his footwork, accuracy, and timing, not in trying to match Canelo's power or size. Trying to go toe-to-toe with Canelo in strength could be the worst possible strategy.
I think should be gone. The notion that Terence Bud Crawford should move up 3 weight classes, 21 pounds, to fight Canelo Alvarez. He's entirely too small. Jamel Charlo
has been clear that he's backing Crawford in this fight, but he's also worried. He thinks the version of Crawford that shows up at 168 might not be the same fighter who dismantled Gamboa or dominated Spence. Moving up in weight doesn't just mean facing heavier punches, it can throw off your entire rhythm. Charlo's concern is that in trying to adapt to Canelo's world, Crawford could lose the very skills that made him elite. "I'm picking Terence Crawford," Charlo said. "It's a big weight jump, it's a scary fight, but no one has proven they can figure Crawford out. It's nothing against Canelo, but I haven't picked against Crawford yet, and I won't now. Someone has to show me they can actually beat him." There's also a lot of conversation around what this fight means for future matchups, especially the long-hyped Canelo versus David Benavidez showdown. Benavidez has now moved up to light heavyweight and holds the WBC title at 175, but fans are still eager to see him face Canelo. However, Benavidez's outspoken father recently dampened those hopes. Speaking with Fight Hub TV, he predicted that the Canelo-Crawford fight would be dull, pointing to the low action in Canelo's bout with William Skull as an example. He believes this matchup doesn't have the right ingredients to deliver real excitement. That opinion isn't shared by everyone though. Some believe Crawford is putting it all on the line to make history by becoming a 3-time undisputed champion. To them, it's about proving he belongs among the all-time greats. Others think he's taking too big a risk by stepping into a division that doesn't suit him, against a fighter who's been dominant there for years, and that he's doing it with too little preparation. Matter what the critics say, Crawford's mindset hasn't changed. He believes there's something in this fight that will push him to a new level, and he's ready to show it.
Crawford, Canelo, who you got? Crawford, Canelo? I still say Canelo.
I got Canelo too.
I still say Canelo. Ring IQ, I believe that Crawford has a bit more.
Yeah.
However, it's just the size difference. I think that where Crawford is lacking is that he should try and test the waters even with somebody at that weight class before facing Canelo. But hey, they say he's a dog.
Yes, he can win. But it's going to be a very tough fight. If Crawford can handle the size difference and keep his speed and timing sharp, he has a real chance to win.